Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Charleston White tells the harsh truth on the death of Little Ronnie and his daughter, and he also said some foul things that we don't agree with over here at Unique Mecca Audio, but we're going to break this down. I'm just going to get into one part of what Charleston White said, but let's pick up the pace a little bit. All right? You know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm here. We're going to play this joint here with Charleston White. And this right here, a lot of people is not going to understand it. A lot of people is going to be hurt by it. But I'm going to try and make clarity of it because it makes sense what he says.
All people died around him. Children died around Go Yeah Yo. Y'all forgot? Haven't y'all forgot? My 40 go boom. But now it's an innocent baby. None of us is innocent, not even that baby who lost her life, because the Bible says that you will suffer from your father's sins. Even if he absent, you will suffer from your father's sins. So that baby had to suffer for her father's sins.
All right, see what he's saying right there so y'all understand, right? He's talking about karma. Karma comes back to us. I suffered for one of my ancestors' sins, maybe my father's sins, because my father did 2 years in prison. But whatever we do trickles over and affects the ones that's the most nearest and dearest to us and connected to us spiritually. So we must think what we're going to do and how we're going to do it in order to know how to project and shape our children's future. This young man is no different than me and thousands of y'all watching me now. Meaning he's lost. He was lost. I was lost. I lost my brother. My brother got gunned down 2 to the head. That's how real it is out there. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, don't go out there. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm telling you don't go out there. But I'm also letting you know, respectfully, if you do decide to go out there, know that these are the consequences of the street. And what we do on the street, we get away with at the time. But karma never forgets. Just like we get blessed for doing good deeds, we get punished for doing bad deeds. It might skip you and it might go to your son. It might skip your son and go to your grandson or your granddaughter. But it will come back to get you. So whatever our ancestors has done that put us in these shackles and situations that we're in right now, whatever they have done, only way for us to move forward and correct that is for us to start doing the right thing. Put good deeds out there. This is a 5-year-old child, a day after her birthday, she's with her father at 11 o'clock in the morning at the car wash, getting the car cleaned up to put the little trees in, have it smelling good, put the window down, and, you know, have his beautiful daughter in the car and just chill out and enjoy his freedom in his life. And instead, he was gunned down. And that's what's so sad, but, you know, let me play the rest of this Charleston White joint for you. Hold up.
All right, so look, man. Now by now, I'm sure everyone has heard of the unfortunate news
the tragic death of Fort Worth rapper Little Ronnie. All right, so that's where we at. Now I'm gonna try and give you something else so you understand. But what I really want y'all to really pay attention to is what we do does come back to harm us. Now I'm gonna pull up, let me see where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pull up his baby mother's response real quick, right? We're gonna do his baby mother's response so you could see, how they're mourning. Everyone mourns different. Now, this is a mother that lost her 5-year-old child reacting after losing her child. All right? In 2025. Let me say that for the record.
Give him and he take him, bitch. We all gotta die around this bitch. I ain't fucked up about it. I fucked up about how she left around this bitch, but I ain't fucked up about it. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Cause y'all know, y'all wasn't fucking with my baby around this bitch. And she going out this bitch and style Gucci everything. Fuck you talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Bitch. And her baby daddy gonna be proud of everything, nigga. Shout out to Petey. Fuck you talking about. The Three Stooges. Nigga, James Carroll, nigga, the tax man.
All right, now I'm gonna play it back from the beginning, and I want y'all to really listen to this because this is the mother of that beautiful child you see sitting there right now. That's the mother, and that's the father. That's the mother talking about this child right here with the braids. Listen.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I grieve a little different, y'all. Y'all took my baby, but I'm not motherfucking tripping on that shit, bitch. Bitch, he give him and he take him. Bitch, we all gotta die around this bitch. I ain't.
Did you hear what she said? She said he gives them and he takes them. I know it sounds raw to you, and a lot of y'all have different emotions and different opinions on what she said. But you have to look at it as what she said. She said it right. God gives it and God takes it. It's just the way she said it and the timing that she's saying it now after losing a child. But that is the harsh reality. See, that's the mind of someone that's connected to the street, where they're detached from their emotions. They're detached from sensibility. It's not a bad thing because I'm like that too. But this is where I'm trying to prevent y'all from going. I'm trying to prevent y'all from going down that path of detachment from the basic needs that God gave us to survive. We have to have emotions, sensibility, empathy. We lose that empathy along the line. And if you don't know what empathy is, that's like putting yourself in someone's shoes to see how that mother feels that's saying this. This is the way she's mourning by just tapping into the reality of the situation that I knew my baby daddy was out there. I know we out there. I know how we live, and this is what it is. God gives it and God takes it. But it sounds harsh for y'all to see it on YouTube. But this is what happens when you become a product of the street. And I'm a product of that street. So I understand what she's going through. And I would never judge her on what she's going through. But a lot of y'all watching would judge her. But did she say anything wrong? He gives it and he takes it. It's just now is not the time to say it. You just lost a 5-year-old child. But who are we to say how you should grieve? That's how you choose to grieve. Let me tell you a story, Rob. We're going to take a ride. I know a mother that's so strong that lost a son, and during the whole process, she never cried. She threw her shoulders up strong after losing a son to gun violence. And she handled her business of going to the hospital, making sure he had his clothes to be buried, and making sure she did everything and never shed a tear and never showed an emotion. That's how she chose to grieve. And then I've seen mothers throw themselves on the ground and fall apart. And that's what we're used to seeing as a people. That's what we're used to seeing from back in the days when we lost loved ones. But now when we lose loved ones in 2025, what they do?
Fucked up about it. I fucked up about how she left around this bitch, but I ain't fucked up about it. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Cause y'all know, y'all wasn't fucking with my baby around this bitch. And she going out this bitch and style Gucci everything.
That's the bad and sad thing. She's worried about what the baby go out in. The baby's gone, young lady. But see, that just hasn't set in yet. So, we have to emphasize with her now and put ourselves where she's at. And this is how she chooses to move forward, by tapping into her gangster. So those of y'all that's criticizing her, those of y'all that got something negative to say about her and how she's reacting and dealing with this, just know that you're on the right path. Stay the hell where you at and don't go over there on this side. Because it's real and raw over here on this side. Look at the babies. Look at this young girl about 13, 14. She coming and put her 2 cents in. So, this mother is showing the other children around her, how you take death like a grain of salt, how you have no emotion, no sympathy for death. You take it for what it is and you move forward and you wait for the next fight. That's what this young lady's saying. And then here go the baby that's following in this, and now this is learned behavior that's gonna go around, and that's how that's gonna move. I mean, come on, man. I mean, how much more serious can we get than this?
What you talking about? Yeah.
You see, that little baby came in and co-signed the gangster. And when I say gangster, the gangster is a person that go to work, a woman that got a job, take care of her baby, find a man, get married, do what she need to do, pay a tax and do everything. But when you on the street, a gangster is how they're handling this situation, because I didn't cry for my brother. So I know what she feel like. And I know that the police, the feds thought I was crazy. Let me ride on that one, right? I'm going to ride on that one. I just got sentenced September 15th, 1994, and about October 1st, they came and saw me. Now, when they came and saw me was, they came and saw me in early October, and they brought some big 8x10 glossy pictures, right, of my brother, of my beautiful brother. These big, beautiful 8x10 pictures, about the size of the screen, and I'm looking, and as I'm looking, I see the green brain matter coming out my brother's head. I'm shackled to the table with handcuffs, and I'm shackled to the floor with leg cuffs. I can't move, and I'm wearing a dusty white underwear and a dusty white t-shirt they gave me, and I'm in a cold room down there in Virginia Beach. And I'm sitting there, and they looking at these pictures, and they saying, the trigger's dead. The fox hunt is over. And they having a conversation, a casual conversation about how my brother, was a slippery little fox, and they caught him and he's dead and it's off to the next one. And I'm shackled and listening to this. And they're trying to break me because when I got sentenced, it's in the newspaper. Go look it up, 1994, Virginia Pilot, if you want to know who I am. They said when they sentenced me to life plus 20, I was unflinching. Where I've seen YouTube videos where people collapse when they get sentenced to a year. And they gave me life plus 20, and the newspaper said I was unflinching. But that's how I chose to deal with accepting the reality of my actions that led me to be sentenced. And that's how this mother of Little Ronnie's child is choosing to deal with the reality of losing a child by her actions and the father's actions by staying in the street instead of working on getting out the street. And just getting money is not working on getting out the street. Getting your mind conditioned is getting you out the street. Getting your mind conditioned. But anyway, I'm laying there and they got the pictures over there. And while they there, they telling jokes and I'm sitting there and I'm holding everything in me, trying not to collapse. I'm looking at my brother's brain matter in front of me and I just got life plus 20. Unflinching in front of the judge. And they're watching now saying, I know this will break them. I know this will break them. And the whole time I'm sitting there saying, I know they watching me to break. I know they watching me to break. I know they watching me to break. So I just looked at him and said, all right, so what? Now take me to my cell. It ain't like, he gonna do time in your stinking prison. They said, but you will. I said, yeah, but this ain't nothing to me. This just another step. I'm still breathing. Remember that. They grabbed me, took me upstairs. I'm walking upstairs, man. It wasn't but one flight. I was on the second floor. By the time I got up there to that second floor, my legs felt like spaghetti. They were shaking. I couldn't breathe. The closer I got to the bars to go into the unit, I started hyperventilating because it started coming down, and I was trying to block out the thought of these pictures with my brother's green brain matter blown out. And I'm stumbling. So when I get there, and mind you, you know what I mean? I'm handcuffed and shackled. So they take the handcuffs and shackles off me, and I gotta stand there, pick up one leg at a time, wait for them to take one leg off, the other leg, the one arm, the other arm, and my knees is like this, man. I was about to collapse. So as soon as he took it off, I walked and I went straight in my cell. As soon as I went in the cell, I fell to my knees. I didn't even make it in the bed, and I just laid there, man. And I said a prayer to God. You know what I mean? I said a prayer to God, and all I did was tell man, take care of my brother. I didn't even think of nothing to say about me. That's how raw I was with it. I didn't even care about what I was going through. All I wanted God to do was take care of my brother. And that's when the tears came down and I started bawling. But I wouldn't allow them to see me cry. And one dude, I'm even say his name, Lamont Pitt, out of Chesapeake, Virginia. He walked in the cell and he seen me crying. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, and Lamont tell you the same story. I turned around, man. I look in my eyes. All I wanted to do was take out his eyes because no man had never seen me cry but Lamont Pitt. That was the day when I saw my brother's 8x10 pictures with his brains blown out and green brain matter all over the floor. I never even seen that shade of green before. And I love green. Green's my favorite color. You know what I mean? But you see, I can laugh about it because it's like I'm detached from this. It's like this young lady's detached from the reality of what's going on, meaning in society, but she's very much attached to, and in tuned what's going on in her reality. You know what I mean? Which is the street. Like I said, where I paused it, this young lady stood up there to add her 2 cents in and said, yeah, you know what it is. You know what I mean? I know how to deal with this. And so many people is criticizing it, but I just want to bring clarity to it and understanding that when you're in the street, we all deal with these traumas that we're going to carry on for life. I'm traumatized behind what I went through, especially with seeing my brother like that I just shared with you. I even feel a tear coming up. And that's where emotion kick in, where I know that I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to cry. I'm not trying to be tearful. But just as I'm telling the story, I feel a tear coming up right here, but I refuse to wipe it because they never come. So it's like it never rains in Southern California. It never rains in, Southern Unique, But it's a good feeling when I feel it because I know that, there is a heart in there and it's slowly getting a little light because, that tear is coming even more as I talk now and it feels good. Y'all don't understand what I'm going through right now by just sharing this and dealing with this by seeing this young lady like this because, all my life, all I saw was different responses, to death, different mournings, different ways of mourning to death. You know, like I'm gonna give you another one. Right? It's a lady that looked out for me. You know, I ain't in touch with her people yet, so I'm not gonna mention her name. But it's a lady that looked out for me because when I was locked up in Jersey as a juvenile for burglary, I used to have to call her to get to talk to my girl on a three-way because my girl's father wouldn't allow me to call. So, you know, and you had to pay like $8 a call or something. So I ran up a bill, and when I came home, I went and made sure that I looked out for this lady, and the lady always looked out for me. And then my father died. And as hard as it may sound, I said, thank God. Kill me. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't want you to be detached like me. I said, thank God. You know? And it wasn't that he was a bad man. It's just that he left my mother, and I love my mother so much that if you violate my mother, you become my enemy, even if you're my father. Did you hear what I just said? If you violate my mother, you become my enemy, even if you're my father. And I thank God because he violated her and he left her. You know, they went through their typical little divorce things, but that's how I took it, as the way I was raised on the street, that, you know what I mean? Mom's is my partner. When she hurt, I hurt. You know what I mean? And I don't care who hurt her. You know, and I know it's dead wrong from, you know, a sane point of view, you know, a non-traumatistic point of view. But in my world, you know, it made sense. I thank God he was dead because he hurt my mother. And I know y'all don't understand that, but I give y'all the real over here. And even another tear getting ready to come, because, you know, he was good at times. You know, I'm saying he was a terrible dude, but, you know, you violate moms and everything goes out the window. That's like a person snitching. Everything goes out the window. You know, these are just things that was embedded in me that I don't want to be embedded in you. So I want you to see how it has me screwed up. I want you to see how it has me all traumatized up in a ball. But we don't need you like that. You know, let me get back to this, man, so I get up out of here, because these tears getting ready to come. But that's when I know that, man, there's hope for me. There's hope for me, man. Say a prayer for me, y'all. Please say a prayer to help me get rid of some of this trauma, man.
Yeah. Come on. Bitch. And her baby daddy gonna be proud of everything, nigga. Shout out to Petey. Fuck you talking about.
The Three Stooges.
Nigga, James Carroll, nigga, the tax man.
Man. So what do y'all think about this video? Put it in the comments. Been here long enough, man. Sad time. Man, this is it. Get your life together. Subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel over at Unique Mecca Audio, Juanita Mecca Audio, Unique Mecca Audio, Prison Stories, Mecca Audio TV. Hit the like button, hit the bell, hit the notification. Do all that crap, and let's get it out the way.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. G's in the 90s. Drop top Beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours, so we can give back to the.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.